But it does appear that I'm going to give them all good. That we have everybody in the lobby here for this first matchup. It is BBU versus Aspyre Entertainment. And BBU coming in not necessarily happy with their placement in the spring. Happy they made it into the summer, but not in the spring. So we'll see if they are able to kick off right off the get-go against the newcomer Aspyre. Week number 1, match number 1, Summer Invitational 2022. Here we go.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it all pre-show with BBU. They had that roster change, bringing in Owam, Owammy Dammy, however you want to pronounce it, but he's not on the field. Best Buds United deciding to go with the original roster that had such good success last season with Millsy, Honestly Fun, and John Cave there. And just a little back and forth here through the first 30 seconds. Nice little beat over the top, but gets cheated by the post. Casper is out for vengeance tonight already.
Indeed, the Flay going for the play to get things started off, and just not quite there, but the redirect from midfield, Millsy. And that's one thing we saw from BBU is their connections, especially on that transitional offense, just getting some crazy redirects from every angle, and something that Aspyre really needs to watch out for.
Yeah, it's Honestly Fun, gets a nice bounce off the low corner. Millsy with a good beat. Flay has to get out of position as Bomb gets an awkward touch. Millsy's there to throw it towards back wall. Honestly Fun gets a little bump on motion, but doesn't get anything to come of it as Bomb. That one hits the front of his car. Millsy's there, takes the shot. Just a little high, and BBU building a lot of pressure right now as we have 3.5 minutes on the clock. 0-0 still, but BBU threatening.
Yeah, and the Flay, other than getting that one air dribble over the top of everybody, just hasn't been a ton here from Aspyre. But again, week 1, day 1, game 1, you gotta expect a little bit of nerves, a little bit of jitters and how these teams come out after each other. BBU, though, is no stranger to this, and especially not to this format, so definitely something that they can try to extend to their advantage. We're seeing that with the amount of pressure.
Yeah, this one's going to be banged on net. Millsy, nice touch there, rocking that clean phase decal. Trying to play this off back wall, gets a soft touch. Honestly Fun's not going to be able to get there. Motion looking for the center. Honestly, good adjustment off back wall, trying to flick this over the top. John gets to lead it. Net's going to be open for a second, but Millsy, good recovery in the corner to get the challenge and forces back out to midfield. John racing up for it. Flay, good job getting a little higher on that ball to send it into the corner. Honestly Fun, slow playing this. Is that a Raiders decal he's rocking? Oh no. We have both FaZe and Raiders out here. That can't be good for BBU.
It is definitely something. You either love them or you hate them, and that's true. The fact that we had Dilly with us last night, but you know, I'm not loving the boost management coming out from Aspyre. They're able to get the ball down and at least alleviate the pressure, but every time they're getting something going, just one touch on that back wall, and is allowing BBU to get things rolling back the opposite way. They're able to hang on just a little bit longer. It's something. It's right there. They just need to finish it off.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, 3 minutes off the clock, still a 0-0 game here as John tries to get around on that one, not going to have it. Millsy waiting at midfield, gets a good 50, looking for the pass over, gets it past the second one. Honestly Fun's up for it, takes the shot, sends it near post. Bomb just waiting for the shot, gets an easy save as Motion throws this one on target. It's dropping quick, can't get around on it. John, good save as Honestly Fun throws this off sidewall. Minute and a half here, still 0-0. Shot coming out, Honestly Fun. Good save, and Aspyre coming to life here late in game number 1, putting on a lot of offense now.
And speaking of coming to life, Hudson Monster coming in with the resub. 38 months. Thank you so very much. It is absolutely unfortunate that we will not see the Who crew and Hudson Monsters coming in for this invitational, but absolutely thank you so very much for the love and support. We absolutely love you here, Hudson Monster.
Yeah, Hudson, a huge staple here in IGL. Was sad to see them not participate this invitational, but huge shout out to Shoes with some opportunities coming down the pipeline there, and can't blame him for that. Millsy has this one. Oh, he just needed to get that shot on net, but him in motion going to trade out. Honestly Fun has this, tries to sneak it behind. John takes control, throws it off the corner, wanted the center. But again, Aspire's defense just playing lights out right now with how fast and furious this Best Buds United offense has been, and able to finally settle down and not give so many second chance opportunities, as we're now in the final 15 seconds. Honestly Fun coming back for boost. Flay takes the shot. Honestly Fun's up for it. Awkward touch. Motion's there. Gets that in under crossbar, and Aspyre with the lead. 8 seconds to go.
8 seconds indeed. Honestly Fun does get the save, but thought he had a little bit more time. Went and got that corner boost, which honestly wasn't a terrible play, but just the fact that Aspyre is reading that and Flay putting it on point makes it so incredibly awkward. The follow-up shot is able to be there, and BBU needing something immediately off this kickoff. They did win it, but John gets the touch and drops straight to the ground, and Aspyre Entertainment, first game here with the Invitational with us in the Indy Gaming League, and they pull it off.
Yeah, really well played from Aspyre there, just sitting back, playing solid defense. Even though they outshot Best Buds United, that feels really backwards to me. It 100% felt like Best Buds United were in full control of offensive pressure there, but Aspyre putting up 13 shots and just waiting and buying their time for Best Buds United to make that one defensive mistake, and then they capitalize on it off of a weak save from Honestly Fun.
Yeah, well, and to their point, yes, BBU, especially early game, they had a ton of pressure, but nothing was really towards the net. It was a lot of just around the sidewalls, around the back wall, nothing in the box to able to take that shot. There was one redirect opportunity, and really the calling card that we've seen from BBU is getting those redirects into offensive opportunities. It's not something that you'll see a ton of pressure lead to a goal. They're not a huge physical team. They don't necessarily go for those bumps and demos. Yes, if the opportunity is there, they're going to take them, but they're really looking for that quick 1-2 up the pitch, and then somebody getting a double tap or a nice angle off that back wall or off of a redirect from a midfield pass, and that just didn't happen. Aspyre were able to lock them down and really just keep the ball pinned to the sides and really find that one opportunity to come out on top.
Yeah, and so going into this next game for BBU, this is one of the few times we've seen them held scoreless between last invitation, or all through last invitational and now. And so they need to get that offense going. They need to see something find the back of the net to get that confidence back so they can start, trying to claw the series back. Because, looking at the stats there, Aspyre pretty much manhandling them from what it felt like on the offense, or from what it looked like stats-wise on the offensive end, as John takes a soft little shot. Flay's going to be there to clear it downfield, and in all honesty, as I say his name, he gets a little save there, but in all honesty, for BBU, they just look out of sorts after giving up that first game.
Yeah, and it does look like you're getting some bonus coverage of the casters here. You get to see our lovely faces. We get a little bit of a radio cast going on, but we will get right back to the game. As really not a whole lot has really happened and transpired in the first 60 seconds. But, that's what happened for 4 minutes and 52 seconds in game number 1. So we'll see if again, I talked about they're not necessarily the most physical team, but physicality can really start to open things up for either side.
Yeah, as Flay trying to get a flip reset there, ends up with the bump and the hot bomb with the goal secure there, putting Aspyre up 1 off of a really broken play. John looked just as confused as the rest of us.
Yeah, and right on cue, the physicality, there was a player there. Was he going to be able to get the save? We'll never know, because the bump did come through, and beautifully done, just making sure that last person, yeah, you got 13 shots, and 18 of them were saved in game number 1, so let's make sure that last player is not able to get that touch, or just slot it right underneath him as motion, and Aspyre starting to find some offense clicking.
Yeah, nice 50 there. Motion just putting that one low, knowing John was going for that squishy save. But the dangerous thing there for Aspyre, all 3 members were pretty much in that same corner there. And so moving forward for BBU, they need to play a bit more discipline. That came off of a double commit at midfield, and Aspyre doing a perfect job of just taking full advantage of it as Flay. Awkward touch, John trying to force this out front. Honestly, Fun's up. Good touch there from Bomb just to send it towards the corner, and Flay clears that one out as Motion starts on the counter attack here. Bomb trying to chase down Honestly Fun, just a little slow. A trade coming out, Millsy taking out Motion, Bomb taking out John, but another awkward touch. Millsy, huge save. And with 3 minutes left here, still 2-0, but feels like Aspyre is about to start running away with this game here.
Yeah, coming back from the depths of despair, Millsy stretching out to get that save, but the fact that that's what BBU has to do to make sure they don't go down 3-0 does it not looking good for them. They need to get their feet back underneath them, get the ball really flowing. It just seems to be stalling out. This ball hasn't done a whole lot of traveling up and down the pitch, and that is leading towards Aspyre's gameplay. But we need to see some big high clears coming out from BBU, a little bit of dump and chase action. Just get these rotations out of sorts on Aspyre to be able to get their game going.
Yeah, and we need to see BBU open up midfield a little bit more. They aren't going for really any passes or anything on the offensive end. They're just trying to solo play it. And we learned from last Invitational, when they do that is when they really start to struggle. But when they're able to get those team plays going, get a little chemistry, is when they are super threatening. And so in the next 2 minutes here, they still have yet to find the back of the net. And in order to, they are going to have to start hitting those midfield passes between Honestly Fun and Millsy like we saw all last Invitational.
Yeah, you know, if it's anybody who was getting those solo plays, it was John, and right on cue. Honestly Fun getting the dime down to John and just opening things up. Again, just a nice little pass. It ends up going off of Flay, which worked out in BBU's favor as that one was trying to go towards the net, but that's got to be the key. That's got to be the one. Hey, make sure it stays close. Keep that ball nice and close on those passes. Get the ball moving and get Aspyre panicking on their way back on defense. Things start to open up.
Yeah, Millsy gets a good 50 there. This one's coming off ceiling, trying to drop it back to John. Can't get the 50 past Bomb, but Honestly Fun's...
Yeah.
Oh, feels so bad. It feels so bad.
That's and again, you know, I was not expecting us to say it here in week number 1, match number 1. It ended up being the second game, but just put the ball on net and good things happen. You never know when somebody may make a mistake. That one unfortunate on the side of BBU, right when it looked like they were starting to gain a little bit of momentum, able to keep the ball on offense, and just too much speed up in the air. And it leads to a goal number 3 and down 2 now with 60 seconds left. That mountain just continues to get taller for BBU.
Yeah, as Millsy tries to find that center to John. Good job from Aspyre to clear it away. Millsy has to get a touch on it. Otherwise, Motion was cutting across the box for an easy goal. John chasing this one down, throws it high off back wall. Millsy's there, takes the shot. It's a nice little bounce shot. They never expect a bounce shot. And just like that, BBU back in this one, down 1, 48 seconds to go. But Brokefang honestly still feels like Aspyre has this one on lock right now.
Yeah, this is still Aspyre's to lose. That was a beautiful shot from Millsy, though. And like I said, nobody expects a bounce shot, especially when that angle goes 78.3 degrees away from the defender, repeating, of course, to be able to sneak it in. And, you know, again, they just have to be perfect to be able to go in, and they're almost doinking that one right on by, but an instant pressure by Aspyre right back. Final 30 seconds, and it's not necessarily a hanging on, it's just play your game and it'll be all right.
Yeah, as Bomb gets a nice kill near midfield. John's going to be first one to this. Dumps it into the corner. He's trying to chase, looking for the 50 on Flay. Ends up with the demo, but this is going to get sent all the way back downfield. Honestly Fun takes this off back wall. Not going to be able to follow that one up. Motion doing a good job of killing it in the corner. Bomb, huge demo to try and burn the rest of this time. John tries to clear this downfield. Honestly Fun pops it up. Millsy trying to get there. Huge 50. No one's going to be able to get there for BBU, and Aspyre take game number 2 and go on to series point already. And BBU on the ropes here, Seeger.
Yeah, I tell you what, we got to see Aspyre in the close qualifier and be able to play their way in through that. But still, we've seen this BBU squad time and time and time again in IGL and the Invitationals, and they're just not looking like themselves at this point. I hate to rag on BBU because I think this is more accredited to the way that Aspyre is playing. They're maintaining that possession. They're keeping the ball nice and slow, keeping it low, but yet they're up quick for any challenges that BBU is trying to get that ball in almost a dump and chase or try to get that midfield to redirect. And I think it needs to be those quick, short passes for BBU rather than those long games.
Yeah, and I think part of this, too, to Aspyre's credit, Aspyre had to play through those quals to get in here, where BBU is able to just kind of relax and take the season off and not have, yes, they've been grinding and putting in the work, but it's been in a different capacity than what Aspyre had to get in shape and in form to win that, well, not technically win the Invitational, but win their spot. And we're seeing it here. They're just coming out faster, like you said. They're up for every challenge, and they're letting BBU just bang it into the corners because they know they have one back and just start a quick counter on them from there. BBU needs to be disciplined with their ball control and with their passes as John gets one coming right down. Honestly, Fun can't get the read. All three members of Aspyre just sitting there. John takes a little shot. Millsy can't get it as Flay up quick. Counterattack coming. Honestly, Fun just touches that away. And 20 seconds in already, Aspyre's defense standing strong.
Yeah, but that's what we've been missing from BBU and John, as Motion and Millsy are doing a tango in the corners. John says, I'll just put the ball on net and see what happens. Able to sneak that one in far post. It's better than what we've seen from BBU in the first two games combined. A nice pass, end up getting saved, yes, but all the pressure and then getting themselves a transitional goal. It is what you have to believe that is their sign of relief. We'll see if they're able to continue that here in game number 3 to not get swept.
Yeah, as John trying to just shadow this one. Honestly, Fun has to take control of that as it popped right over the top of John. Honestly, Fun looking for Millsy. Motion, good cut. That one's going to be high and wide. John gets a touch anyways to the side. This is going to be free for Millsy. Millsy tries to find John. It's there. A little worm burner. Can't sneak it past the defense as this gets sent back to the opposite side. And just over a minute off the clock here, but it feels like we have played half of this game already.
Yeah, the ball is starting to move, and again, this is more BBU style. They want to play fast, up and down the pitch. Get these passes, get the redirects, as that one just a little outside of honestly Fun's reach, but you starting to see Aspyre. They're not able to stay nice and tight, compact, and seem to be a little bit all over the place. They're still hanging on tough and playing great defense, but we're not seeing the pressure and the shot total coming out here in the first 90 seconds. Until Pump says, I got an right here as the Flay gets to pass out.
I'm going to count that as a Seeger curse.
I knew it was coming.
You were doing so well. You were doing so well. But in all honesty, that's really what Aspyre needed. They finally get a good shot. They see it go through on a tough rotate from BBU, just a little bit off on an op bomb, huge 50. John back for that one. But you were talking about spreading out that Aspyre defense, and that's what you do when you can get midfield passes and maintain control, is you spread that defense out a little bit, force them to rotate a little bit awkward, a little bit quicker. But I mean, Aspyre getting that goal, they're just going to go right back to what they had done in the previous two games to be up 2-0 here, and that's just put on a lot of quick pressure, allow BBU to get banging clears downfield, and then start quick counterattacks.
Yeah, and you're seeing the difference in styles here. Aspyre playing that ground game, just calmly catching the ball in the corner, dribbling it out. You're not seeing any high passes. You're not seeing any booming clears to try and get redirected or sent at least into the back wall and give yourself the opportunity for the shot. They're waiting for all three members to get down, potentially getting a bump play, potentially getting that demo, but at the very least, gives everybody time to get back where they all want to be and trust that position. That is so difficult to break when they have control of the ball.
Yeah, this one's coming off sideball. Honestly Fun to Millsy. Millsy back to Honestly Fun. Has the little dribble, but it pops too high off the roof of his car. This is going back to the opposite side. Coming back out for Flay, who wanted that redirect towards net. Not going to be there. Bomb gets a solid touch, but not before Honestly Fun can clear it back to the corner from whence it came. John gets a good save there on a motion. And we are just back and forth right now as we approach the minute 45 mark. Still a 1-1 game. Awkward double commit coming out from Aspyre. Could be an opportunity for BBU floating across the box, but no one's there to pick it up. And that seems to be the story for BBU. Opportunities left to the wayside by not having a strong second man rotate.
Yeah, it just seems like they're half a second short on that. It's a nice redirect comes out onto that back wall, but you see the opening, and it's easy for us as we're sitting here in the booth and we're seeing the play develop of, oh, there's an opportunity there, and out on the pitch. So incredibly difficult with as stifling as Aspyre has been, but the opportunities are there. It's just a matter of all clicking and coming together in one go-around for BBU at this point.
Yeah, Millsy trying for the ceiling pinch. He's just going to miss. John's there, throws it off back while Flay's not going to have it. Able to float long enough to get the save on Honestly Fun, who looked like he had a wide open net. John drops this back to Millsy. Millsy's going to be looking for the solo play here. Instead, just pops it off the low corner. Still almost gets the double. Floating there, Honestly Fun with the angle. Nice touch there, and BBU up 1, 37 seconds to go off of a slightly broken defensive play.
Yeah, able to just sneak it inside. And again, that has been the BBU goals thus far. Just sneaking it in right past the post. Either it be far post, near post, that one sneaking it in between near and defender, but still giving him a 2-1, and a demo from John. Not going to work out for this. Might be a goal back the other way, and as soon as it is tied, or as soon as a lead happens, it is tied right back up as the physical play did not pan out.
Yeah, BBU selling out for another goal that wasn't really needed. Ends up with a tough rotate there, and Aspyre with just the bang downfield to clean it up and tie this one back up. And you have to think momentum in Aspyre's favor, but Millsy trying to put that one in, not going to be there. Honestly Fun's going to get the waterfall motion. Good clear to the side as we're in the final 10 seconds here. Still a 2-2 ball game. John off the sidewall. He's up for that. Gets a pass over to Honestly Fun. Op bomb. Huge touch as Millsy tries to get the turn. John's going to bump him off. Ball still at midfield. Motion has this one, trying to find a teammate. Millsy looking for the kill, coming back towards Aspyre net. And this one's going to die far side, and we are in overtime here in game number 3.
In overtime, anything can happen. Like you said, the momentum has got to be back on Aspyre. They're already up at 2-0 and had to make their way back into this game. But BBU is at least putting the ball in the net. It's just a matter of, can they not make that one mistake?
It's in chat. Don't even. Honestly Fun, again, I mean, that's the second goal we saw BBU give up, where Aspyre is pushing. Honestly Fun's caught on an island, just doing what he can to get a touch. And just like that, Aspyre take full advantage of it with that aggressive first man play. And they come out and make a statement night 1, game 1, taking down BBU in a sweep here.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, I know that obviously Dilly, being the fearless leader on BBU last night and the pre-show, was expecting BBU to take the win, but all three of us were on that train, and Aspyre coming out firing and proving why they were able to make it into this invitational itself, and that they're not here to just make it. They are here to go the entire distance, to start taking games right off the bat, put themselves in a great position to because again, this invitational, we knew we were going to get the best from everyone, as there's a cash prize at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and I mean, Aspyre coming out and showing that they are one of the best Dragon teams in IGL. I mean, they just catapulted themselves above Ethos, in my opinion.
So that didn't take much.
Fair enough. But in all honesty, with the showing that Aspyre put on with how good BBU did last invitational, I think it just goes to show how talented this invitational is going to be overall. And that's why I said this is going to be the most competitive one I think we've seen out of the last 3.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know it's setting up for some fantastic match. You never know who's gonna. That's what's always so fun, especially in these early week matches. Is anybody can? It's not really had that shakedown of the Swiss quite yet, and really we don't know because half of these teams have not played each other before, most especially in this setting. Yeah, they might be familiar with each other, you know, coming across one another in ranked or in other tournaments, other settings, but as these teams here in this tournament style, they've not seen each other, they've not played each other. You never know what style is going to come out. And Aspyre really holding true to that, keeping that nice close ground game, staying nice and tight in their rotations, and able to continue to follow up when those opportunities arose. There weren't many that BBU gave up. It's not like this was BBU made a ton of mistakes and Aspyre took advantage. No, there was 1 or 2 mistakes a game, and that wasn't enough for Aspyre to take this entire series in a clean sweep, and that has to be threatening for other teams looking at Aspyre for the first time.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking about it last night with Aspyre, and we said with that name is going to come a lot of management, a lot of coaching, and a lot of team building overall, and that could be the big X factor for this team going into the Invitational. We just didn't know how much of a factor it was going to be, and tonight it showed that this is a team that has the resources behind them to threaten the best of the best and even take down the championship here in a couple months. But again, really, really well played by them. And like you said, BBU didn't make a ton of mistakes. They made a couple here and there, and just good, clean, basic Rocket League from Aspyre, tight rotations, allowed them to take advantage of those small gaps that BBU gave them.
And it looks like we are getting there. Moved him up. Bomb from Aspyre here for an interview, and Aspyre Entertainment. Bomb coming in the Invitational and making waves right off the bat. A clean 3-0 sweep. Congratulations on the victory. You know, first impressions coming out. How's that one feel?
Thank you. It feels really great because we were looking at the stream last night, and everyone predicted that West was going to win. But we were really confident going into it, and we knew we could take the dub.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were playing pretty flawless Rocket League across the board. A couple minor mistakes here and there that you were able to recover from. But after you get this first win under your belt, like, how are you feeling going into Thursday night now, where you have another really tough matchup?
We just take it with the same mindset. We're just going to come and take care of business like we did today.
Now, you guys had to play your way into this Invitational and proving, you know, we were just talking about why you were able to make it in with that close qualifier and earning your spot here and proving that on the pitch against a team who had previously qualified based on their positioning. That has to bode well for you guys, but you know, aside from the fact that, as you said, we all predicted BBU because we've really not seen you guys before. We've seen the BBU, we know what they're capable of. You know, you guys really imposed your will out there. Was this, you know, the stylistic difference in positioning you guys playing, or was this something that you have seen from BBU in the past and be able to take that film study into the match?
Well, we weren't really familiar with BBU. We've never heard of them before. But like a few days before our game today, I actually played a few of them in ranked. So I kind of knew that, like, how they played, but we just knew we were faster than them, so we just played with our speed and we took advantage of that.
Yeah, and it was definitely evident. But what do you think just from this first series here? What are your 2 takeaways? What was the thing you did the best, and what do you guys need to work on going further into the Invitational here to secure yourself as one of the best teams in IGL?
I believe what we did with the best was just like finding each other and trying to find each other on clears and like different passes to control the ball instead of just like booming it away and giving it possession. And then what we need to work on is probably just like our touches. Like we had a lot of just like awkward defensive plays where we were like on our goal line and it got awkward and we almost got scored on.
Yeah, no doubt there, but there were some great saves, though, some last second ones, and ended up able to pull it out with that overtime victory in game number 3 for the clean sweep. Again, congratulations on that victory. Final word, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to give a shout out to Flay for absolutely carrying us today, and thank him.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you for your time here. Appreciate it. Congratulations on this victory. Game 1, Week 1, Series 1 in the books. Aspyre Entertainment 1-0. Head on out, congratulate the team, and looking forward to see you guys out on the pitch again.
Great, thank you.
Again, that was Bomb from Aspyre Entertainment. Thank you for your time here. We are going to head out for a brief moment on this Summer Invitational powered by League OS. Thank you for everything you guys are doing on the back end. And when we come back here around 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have our second match of the night. It is going to be the runner-up from the Spring Invitational, Trash Esports versus Origin Gaming 2, the winners of the Open qualifier. Set to be some absolute fireworks out on the pitch. Don't go anywhere. More Summer Invitational 2022 to come.